So is Mariota good enough, or do you flirt with something you said earlier? Do you do the unthinkable and bring back number 10 again? Do you do it?
Jimmy.
Do you do it again?
So there's a financial domino effect, Jenga game, however you want to put it. If you wanted to insert one of these other the veteran quarterbacks who are going to get a lot of money, which would be like a Carr, an Aaron Rodgers, dare I say, Thomas Brady, that changes the equation of how I'm building the team, right? Then maybe somebody does have to go to be able to financially fit all of these dominoes under the cap. That part, if you're asking me what I would do, I would call Tom Brady, and I would say, Tom, this is the perfect one-year situation that has ever existed. Tom, come out of the retirement, take a $10 million salary, because I think he made 14 or 15 last year. $10 million bucks. Let's do this. And I would shave that money somewhere. Jimmy Ward's gone. McGlinchey walks, and that's what. If you're asking me, gun to my head, that's what I would do.
Wow.
I'm just telling you.
888-957-9570. Is that the move? You tell Thomas Brady to say, you know what, in the retirement, come be a Niner.
If I polled Niner fans, Trey and Brock heading into the 2023 season,
Tom Brady.
You're going to feel more confident with Tom Brady.
80% will vote Tom Brady.
Screw your emotions. I'm talking
80%.
about your head.
80% would say Tom Brady.
Of course. Who would you want? And I know he's retired, but trust me, if you don't think they're back channeling, having conversations, teams around the league with Tom Brady, you're tripping.
I'm tired of going to NFC Championships games and watching this team lose. I just sat through in Cabo and watched Super Bowl 54 and said, is that the closest Shanahan's going to get to winning the Super Bowl? And by the way, in Cabo, I read it to a Falcons fan. Two Falcon fans in the world, J-Dub, Jordan Watkins.
Okay.
And this Falcon fan I met in Cabo.
Who wasn't in Cabo? Shanahan, Trent, CMC, Fortenbaugh, Vontae.
It was everybody out there at Cabo, apparently.
John Mayer.
So,
or was it Fish? One of these old white bands that Joe follows.
Fish.
Okay, yeah.
By the way,
Fish,
Ernie Chavez, $2 he just spent on us. No on Tom, let him retire. But I met a Falcon fan. You know what he told me? He goes, I see you with that Niner cap on. He goes, boy, you're welcome for Shanahan. I'm like, what does that mean? He goes, he took my only Super Bowl away from me. And I was like, you were up 28-3. What about Dan Quinn? No, he wouldn't run the ball, and I didn't want to get into him. I didn't want to get into it. I was like, dude, you didn't watch the game thoroughly. I've watched that game 30 times. It was not our Shanahan. But I watched the Super Bowl 54, and I'm thinking, damn, man, you had a chance to still win against Mahomes. The play calling went awry. You went as far as you could with Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm tired of losing in big games, Shasky. We haven't won a Super Bowl. I don't even think we've gone through puberty yet the last time we won a Super Bowl in San Francisco. I swear to God. I hadn't had a girlfriend yet in my life.
I still haven't hit puberty.
I could tell. No facial hair.
I just cut it this morning. It was so windy yesterday. My face was like chapped, you know?
So I want to do anything. So you ask me, who do I want? I want anybody that can help the Niners win. But can it be Trey? Why not Trey? We saw Justin Fields, or excuse me, not Justin Fields, Jalen Hurts explode.
You and I could argue.
Trey?
We and you could argue from now until what? The second week of August, till that first preseason game happens. Why not Trey? Why not Trey? Why not Trey? I don't have an answer for you until we see it on the field.
All right.
Like, I don't want to sound redundant, but like, am I wrong with that? I agree with you. Why not Trey? It's a very simple question. Why not him? Well, I would tell you some of the players rejected him. The coach changed his play calling because of him. That's why.
Don't you get Wiseman vibes?
What?
With Trey Lance?
What part? What part?
Well, the player you just mentioned how the players basically are like, yeah, it's Brock. It's Brock's job to lose.
Well, Ayuk and him were in perfect synergy lockstep last year.
Then you had Ayuk saying, that's the dude.
Who?
About Brock Purdy.
Well,
remember he dropped that pass?
Yeah.
No, in the playoffs. Yeah. It's like, Brock is special. It feels like the players in the locker, just like the Wiseman. It's got Wiseman vibes all over it.
They all said the same thing about Jimmy a couple years ago.
Well, they said it about this year when they ran to Michael Silver. We have a poll question up.
So like on some level, the players, I listen to them and I see how they act and in the videos and things like that, and it makes a lot of sense. On the same coin, like, these are the same people who've backed garbage quarterbacks prior. Like, Vernon Davis was ready to lose his life for Alex Smith. And I love you, wild. Vernon. But then after like 5 weeks of Kaepernick, you were like, no.
And then the next year, he caught that deep ball at Tampa Bay. It was one of the best deep balls I've ever seen thrown in my life.
Exactly.
And he was like, oh my gosh, this guy can throw it more than 5 yards.
So, like, sometimes players, their opinions can change, just like ours.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, we have a poll question up. Morning Roast 95.7. 49er fans, which quarterback situation would make you feel better about the Niners going into the next season? Give us your thoughts now on the Morning Roast. Is it Trey Lance or Brock Purdy, or is it Thomas Brady? 83% already for Tom Brady. 6 votes in.
I told you.
Only 6 votes in. Leroy in Oakland. Leroy, what's happening?
Hi,
You're
Leroy.
on the roast.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning.
This is an interesting debate. I'm a lifelong 49er fan, and I think Trey Lance should be the starter, and here's why. I've never believed that a guy should lose his job to an injury, especially when he's playing okay or he's playing well. And I go back to Kaepernick and Alex Smith. You know, I thought Alex Smith should have came back, and give a guy a chance. I think the job should be won in training camp. And I look at Trey Lance and I go, he didn't have all his weapons when he came in. The team wasn't the team that Brock Purdy had, and hey, he got injured. And so let's see what Trey Lance could do with a full squad.
It's an interesting thing, and this thing that you can't lose your job to injury.
Alex Smith did. Alex Smith did.
David Lee did.
Yep.
Tom Brady took Drew Bledsoe's job that way.
Yep.
How about Dak Prescott and Tony Romo?
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, go right down the list. It happens all the time.
All the time.
All the time. Why do you think Carson Wentz is out and Jalen Hurts is in?
Injuries.
That started some of it, but I'm
Right.
just saying, guys, sports works itself out. Always.
What'd you say, Spinoni? I missed that.